Yeah, this is an announcement for everyone who has joined us live. So, we are just finishing with the launch event and we'll just start with the masterclass in exactly 5 minutes. So, please bear with us.
We really extend our heartfelt gratitude to the TAI Hyderabad leadership team for the constant support, mentorship, and for creating this bridge between the industry and academia. Let's applaud them for being the torchbearers of the entrepreneurship. Please put your hands together. Gratitude is the heart of every successful event. To extend our thanks, may I invite Dr. Nandita Sethi for the vote of thanks. Hi, everybody. One thing I always tell all my colleagues is we love coming to colleges because being with you makes us really, really feel young. So that's one thing. So now today the agenda, of course, is I'm happy to see so many of you interested in entrepreneurship. And believe me, this program is so wonderful that coming from a college here, you will be part of a kind of a regional event first here, and you are going to be in the midst of a lot many more students who are also wanting to become entrepreneurs. Imagine the kind of interaction you will have with all these people, and then this will take you, can also take you to a global level. So that's the power of this kind of a program. uh, the second thing before I start thanking everybody individually is that this program is coming to you from people who have done it and been there. This kind of opportunity you will not get anywhere, because these are people who otherwise, have run businesses. They have started, they have run businesses, they have exited, and they have done a whole lot of things on the national and global level. And their time, their effort, their experience, their background, what they bring to the table is something you will get straight from the entrepreneur in all your classes. So that's the reason why we are telling all of you as students, don't underestimate the value of each of these masterclasses sessions that are coming to you, because these are coming from real experiences on the ground. And you are getting years of experience translated back to you for your entrepreneurial journey. So make the best of all these classes, be a part of all these sessions, be a part of all the interactions, ask as many questions as you want to. These people who are coming here and training you, you will not get that experience anywhere. That is something I can assure you. So be very happy about this fact that you are getting it from the horse's mouth, and learn as much as you can. Having said that, the whole program is so earlier we had started off, like they already said, it was a Thai grad program started from Hyderabad. Hyderabad is one of the most, I would say, a chapter which is so active in, especially in this Thai grad program, that I think Hyderabad should be lucky for this, because we are giving a lot of focus to colleges, student entrepreneurs. We want the entrepreneurship to start right from the college. The mindset has to start from here, and then taking it to the global level. So again, this is a great opportunity, because at Hyderabad, this program started, and then it became from Thai grad to Thai university at the global level. Okay. Uh, so even the global level TIE, the US and all those chapters, they found that what we started here in Hyderabad was capable of becoming a university. That's why TIE U. So what you get in a university, you are getting in this capsuled program for you. So having said that, let me thank, he's not there, but let me thank Sri Krishna Badruga Garu, Honorable Secretary SDG Badruga Educational Society, for having given us this opportunity to bring Badruga. I also like to congratulate Badruga because this is one place from where a lot of entrepreneurs have come if you look at your alumni. Unbelievable. Today in Thai, I think you had one session by Mr. Jasrani. He's from this college. And he is one of the pioneers of this kind of investments into startups, and he's encouraging. We also had a leadership series, Mr. Ashok Atluri, heading Zen Technologies. He's from this college. So imagine you have all these people who have come out of this very building, and they are like success stories for you to take forward, and this program will help you take it forward. My thanks go out to Professor Abhiram Krishna, Director General, SGBES, Badruga Educational Society, for also being a speaker today and for giving us this opportunity to take this forward. Thank you, Dr. Principal, Dr. Mohan Kumar, he's not there, and also thank you, Dr. P. Venkaya, Vice Principal of the college. Amazing backup support for us for taking this program forward. Also thank Associate Professor, Professor Mitesh Kadakia, Coordinator EDC, BCCA. He is pioneering the whole thing from here and heads the ED cell. So I think he'll be one point where you can, coordinate with this whole program through him. He's really encouraging the whole thing to take it forward. So thank you so much, sir. Then thanks to the staff, students, budding entrepreneurs, all of you who are the entrepreneurs of tomorrow right from Badruga College. So start thinking of yourself like that. Thanks to Ms. Halika of GNITS for supporting us in this and for also being part of the TIU program. Then thanks to Dr. Sabita from the Innovation Head of Ashoka School of Business. Thank you for aggressively taking our program forward. Then a big thanks to the entire TIE team, Shantala and Gautam, and all the other members who have helped us in putting all this together. And of course, big round of thanks to two of our main people who are spearheading. One is Dr. Bhanu and Dr. Gunturu. So both of them are actually people who are spearheading the program, taking it forward. Raghu Babu and Dr. Bhanu, Mr. Bhanu, yeah. He is also mentor. So Raghu Babu Gunturu is also the mentor for this college. So whenever you have ED classes that we have, and you have any specific mentorship to be taken forward, he'll be your point of contact where he will help you with any specific doubts, questions, or anything you want in a way that your teams want to take it forward. He'll be the point of contact, so he's your mentor as well. I also thank the entire Badruga College of Commerce, Arts, GNIT, KMIT, Vishnu, Bhimavaram, VNR, VGIT, GPREC, Kurnool, KLU, all these colleges also who are part of the program, including ICFI Foundation for Higher Education. And there are sponsors who are part of sponsoring this program as well, so my thanks also go out to them. I would just like to end it with one saying which I want to leave in your mind. Entrepreneurship is living a few years of your life like many won't, so that you can live the rest of your life that many can't. So take it up. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Knowledge shared is knowledge multiplied. To introduce our masterclass speaker, I invite Mr. Raghubabu Gunturu, co-chair, TIU Hyderabad Committee. Please welcome, sir.
Yeah, very good morning, friends. I am very, happy to be here among all of you for such a wonderful program. I have been given a job to introduce, your own DG, um, Abhirama Krishna, Professor Abhirama Krishna, Director General BCCA. Before I kind of introduce him, I'll just take 1 minute with the permission of all of you. I mean, I am really envy of all of you. Why? Right? I mean, such a fortunate, right? You all are part of this program in Badruka College, one of the very, very prestigious. I have dreamt of becoming a student here, which I could not do it. I used to, study in, I was living in a Vaishya hostel, few miles here. I was talking about between 93, 95. I had an aspiration to join, but I could not join. So my name is Raghubabu Gunturu. I'm a tax charter member. I run a company called Simply Biz Private Limited. We run accounting, tax, compliance, and business legal. I've also invested 30 plus companies in Hyderabad, in India and US. And I worked with maybe close to 1,500, 2,000 founders and the CXOs for last 29 years of career. And whenever we come, to a program like this, we wanted to give as much as possible whatever we have learned in this journey, right? That is the context. Once again, I'm very, very happy. You're all very, very fortunate kids. The best time in the history of human that India is positioned today. That is the context today. We have a 4D advantage. I will talk a little later. I want sir to share as much as possible in the master class, and we also have a Q&A with sir. And during that period, I think we can discover a lot of answers to some of your questions, apprehensions. That is a very, very fantastic topic. As I was telling, Abhirama Krishna Garu is a alumni from REC Warangal, and I am Bangalore, and 40 years of industry experience in the corporate. And now, I think last 3 years he's here, with the industry experience, the amount of difference they can bring to the academic institution is humongous. That is a wonderful opportunity this institution is having. And he works with several companies like Satyam, several large companies, and he brings a lot of knowledge and wisdom. And I think we're all fortunate to have him here as in the institution, and he's going to talk on master class on entrepreneurial mindset. This is very, very valuable, whether we do entrepreneurship, family life, personal life, career, everywhere this mindset is very, very important. I am also equally eager to listen to him, and then we will spend some time, asking some questions, some tough questions, so that all are clear, and entire, this batch, entire this room is committing to have develop that entrepreneurial mindset and become some of you and becoming entrepreneurs. With that, I welcome Professor Abhirama Krishna Garu. It is my honor and privilege to introduce you, and happy to spend some time here. Thank you so much.
So with this spirit, let us welcome Professor Abhirama Krishna, sir, Director General of SDGBS, to lead the master class on building your entrepreneurial mindset.
So who will change this slide for me? Yeah. I have a slide changer. Session will be live, so we are live telecasting it from the camera. Oh, okay. Yeah. No, I have a slide changer. Good afternoon, friends. On the dais, okay. Good afternoon. I'm sorry, it's still morning, so good morning to all of you. So welcome to this session. At the outset, I would like to thank TAIU for giving me this opportunity to interact with you on a topic which I believe is very, very important. Um, so before I start, I would like to do a small exercise. I want all of you to shout loudly at a question. Can you all do that? Loudly, and I'll accept only the loudest answer. Okay? Ready? Okay. Ready? That's better. So 1, 2, 3, give me the name of a furniture. Loudly, okay? No, over. Next question. Now you be ready. 1, 2, 3, give me the name of a flower. That's better. Lily was a little lower, but Rose was loud. 1, 2, 3, give me the name of a color. Red. Black, red. Okay. I would like one of you, your good name, ma'am? Sakshi, please come. There is a paper there. You remove that. Come here onto the dais and read out what's written there. You face them and
Name of the furniture, chair. Name of the flower, rose. Name of a color, red. Sakshi.
so give Sakshi a big round of applause. So how did Sakshi guess what you're going to say? Anybody raise your hand and then we can make it. Please raise your hand and yeah. These are the common things, common answers. Why is it common? Generally what people think of. Very good attempt. Any one more, two more response? Come on, he is right. Any other reason? Chair is being the nearest furniture, okay. Very popular, very good.
The chair is the most relatable thing because everybody is on a chair. Rose, I think it comes down naturally because we've been told rose is a really good flower. And then red because there's a lot of red behind you. So
there is a red behind. Okay, yeah. That's a good attempt. So friends, we are all conditioned. Okay, we are all conditioned people. And so today we are going to examine some conditioning is very, very important, but some condition which is acting as a bottleneck, I think we need to examine. So I'm going to start this session. With the premise, so keep this activity in mind and then we'll look at what is this mindset all about and how we need to re-examine some of the conditioning, okay? Andrew Grove, he is the former Intel chairman. He has written a lovely book called The Inflection Point. He has written a book called Only the Paranoid Survive. I think it's a lovely book. I request, I'm sure we will have it in our library. Only the Paranoid Survive. And in that book, Andrew Grove defines a term called inflection point. He says change, as we know, is dash, 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 fill in the blanks. Constant, very good. But there comes a time when the change is so dramatic that it throws many things haywire. And that he calls it as the inflection point. Now, inflection point is a major change happening. And in the 19th century, most of the inflection point, can I have your attention? Yeah. Most of the inflection point used to happen once every 30 years. In the 20th century, inflection point has shrunk, and it is happening every 15 years. Now in the 21st century, the inflection point has further shrunk, and major changes are happening every 5 years. But there are sectors where the inflection point is still narrower. Can you all name one or two sectors? Very good. So please give him a big round of applause. Yeah, so technology companies are having inflection point every 2 years. Yeah, and there is one more sector. Education, not much. Education, in fact, was the slowest. Now, of course, some inflection point is happening, but that was the safest, you know. AI is part of technology. Partly, not much. It is the biotech and pharma. Okay, there, every 2 years, it is shrinking and inflection point is happening. So, therefore, the world we are living in is called the VUCA world. It is volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous. Yeah? So, in this VUCA world where things are changing so fast, anything which you have an idea and you want to, what you call, introduce in the market, I used to have this equation called Spinnovation, which is speed plus innovation. A few years back, I changed that equation. It became speed into innovation. And today, while I'm talking, even that equation is no longer valid. It is speed to the power of innovation. So the change is happening so fast that one has to really keep up with the time. In order for us to survive and contribute, whether we are in the organization or a company we want to start, the speed and innovation is going to be key, and therefore we need to look at a new mindset. And today I'm going to briefly tell you about what is this mindset. The mindset has two words. One is called the mind, which is the ability to think and imagine. Humans are the greatest living creature on earth thanks to our ability to think and imagine. The set is a group of things. We look at this more closely. So together we have called what is called the mindset. So can somebody read this definition? People who have some good eyesight can read this loudly. Anybody? Come on. Yeah, thank you. So, this mindset is a collection of beliefs, approaches, and the way we are conditioned. And so, over a period of time, we are not able to think differently. We are all used to acclimatized, and what the philosophers who have done extensive study on our mind say that over a period of time, we develop what is called the mental inertia. And the education, I always believe, all children are born creative, intelligent, till they reach school. You agree? Because in school, they are told to follow rules, regulation, and this is the way things have to be done. Over a period of time, the creativity and the innovation part is slowly getting, erased. It's very unfortunate. So by the time we now come to the graduation, we are now told, no, you have to now be very creative, be very, very innovative. So we need to re-examine the mind and the mindset, our own beliefs, our own approaches, because if you really want to be a successful entrepreneur, then you need to really keep polishing your mind and your constant, message to the mind on how do you think creatively and how do you think innovatively. So more or less over a period of time, I'm very happy that the primary education as well as the intermediate education is slowly changing, at least in India, so that we can include more and more of creativity. So this mental inertia is becoming a stumbling block for creativity. Now, in the morning, Bhanu sir rightly said, today if you want to start an organization, there are a lot of people who have money and they are willing to give you the money. And so it is not just ideas or the money, which is very, very important, but mindset is the first important thing you need to have. So mindset is the first step to become a successful entrepreneur or intrapreneur in whatever way you look at. Entrepreneurship is a way of thinking, not just a business role, and it is the power of cultivating the right habits. So mindset, according to me, is the first step. If you want to, money, ideas, all of them will keep coming later. But the important thing first for us is to reflect how this mindset, what is our own mindset, what is our own belief, is it acting as a stumbling block to our progress, or is it helping us to help us to be more creative and innovative. So let's look at some of the key traits for entrepreneurship mindset. The first and the important thing is the vision and curiosity. We always believe that what is our dream? What is our purpose? I ask the young students, what is that you want to become? So they all say we would like to be an entrepreneur, we would like to, get a nice job. What is that you would like to be known for? And very few people really go little silent on that. So vision and curiosity is one of the important trait for developing this mindset. Mindset, what is enabling us to become more creative and innovative. Risk-taking with calculated decision-making is another important trait. Most of the Indians since we all come from a very, very middle and a lower middle class families, our ability to take risk is minimal. We all want to play safe, and the fear of failure is so high that we are all told, go to this path, this is the safest route you can take. Yeah? But thankfully today, most of the parents are encouraging their children to take little risk, and we all need to be, what do you call, ability to take a risk, and also get used to the change. How many of you go to your class daily and sit in the same bench with the same neighbor friend of yours? Can you raise your hand? Most of us do. Yeah? So, I would request from tomorrow onwards, please change your position. If you are sitting in the front row, try and see if you are in the middle or in the last row, and you can see what kind of fun they have, in the last bench. And if you are used to getting the last bench, come and see in the front. So I remember my own school days where I was always sitting in the front, and I tried to negotiate with a classmate of mine, and one day I told him, thank you. I told him, can I exchange and you come and sit in my place and I will go on to the last bench? They refused. They said, no, no. So finally it took me a lot of effort to convince a classmate of mine. And I one day sat on the last bench, and my friend sat in the front. And at the end of the evening, I asked him, what has been your experience? And I shared my own experience. I said, my God, what kind of fun, people are having on the last bench. And he told me, first time in my life, I understood what the teacher is teaching. Yeah? So friends, let's get used to change. Let's be curious. And you will realize a lot of your friends, classmates, you would have missed knowing them if you are sitting only with the same friend, every day. So I'm not just saying forget that friendship. No, it's very, very important. But can we be little curious and amenable to change? Let's be little trying out new things so that we will then have our own experiences. Yeah. For example, if I am constantly wearing full sleeve shirt, can I have a half sleeves one day and see whether we are comfortable? If you are wearing the same kind of dresses, I see a lot of times when you come for a farewell or a freshers party, suddenly wearing sari, you feel little uncomfortable. Yeah? Try out many things, change, because when the real change happens, you'll be very, very comfortable. So, risk-taking is another quality which we need to inculcate, and persistence and adaptability. We all remember our childhood when every time we tried to walk, we fall, and nobody has told that it is impossible for me to walk. Yeah? You stood up again, tried, you faltered, you fell, and as a child, and suddenly one day you started walking. Yeah? So we need to be persistent, and I always say nobody fails. The guy who fails is the guy who gives up. So success and failure, according to me, is an output. If that output is in favor of you, you will be very, very successful. If that output is in favor of you, you will be very, very successful. So then you say, I've succeeded. But if it is not what you expected, then you call it as a failure. So, the day I give up, then I actually have failed. So, let's keep persistently and keep adapting to the changes environment. And for that, one need to have a continuous learning attitude. I always believe that knowledge is so vast. The day you stop learning, you become uneducated the next day. So, constant learning, the curiosity to know what is happening, I think will stand you in very good set to develop an entrepreneurial mindset. The other thing is resilience. I will give you a couple of experiences of mine based on these and how mindset can really work in your favor. So the other thing is resilience. Accept failure as a feedback. Oh, this output is not, thank you. Not in my favor. So what is the feedback I can learn from this experience so that I don't give up? I would like to say I was in Satyam as one of the senior leader when the crisis happened. Yeah, this was on 9th January 2009 when the chairman sent a mail to all saying that he is involved in a scam and there was chaos in the organization. And so that was a crisis. A crisis is something which happens, the outcome of which nobody can predict. What will happen from that time, nobody can predict. So 3 days I was in the organization along with my team, and to cut the story short, a lot of Satyamites did many things, and this is one of the few companies in the world which survived, and then Mahindras took over and it became Mahindra Satyam. And now it is called Tech Mahindra. Now, one of the keys success is of course the environment, luck and many things, but the resilience of the Satyamites who really worked every time, moment to moment, and ensured that we survived. And so resilience, according to me, is bouncing back and becoming more stronger through that experience. Mental toughness through experience is another way to build resilience. Now, no. Yeah. So, one way to manage risk is to make small efforts and see how that works, so that if at all it fails, then the risk is minimal. So many times whenever we are making an attempt, which can be a big consequence, try out in a small way and see what will be the consequence. And accordingly, then you can replicate and make it scalable. And also pilot whatever is the small thing you do with trial and error. That feedback will help you to minimize the risk. You cannot avoid risk, but you can certainly take a calculated risk by minimizing the consequences. Sorry. Yeah. The other thing which is very helpful to have a mindset is to recognize opportunities. Every day there are plenty of opportunities. Every issue. So I joined as a CEO of the company called Roxas Technologies. And as part of my opening remarks to all my colleagues, I told them from today, don't come with problems. Okay. So everybody got disappointed. They said, here is a CEO who says, don't come with your problems. But if you have challenges, my door is always open. So what is the difference between calling an issue a problem and the same issue as a challenge? Any thoughts? I'm calling an issue a problem. The same issue, I call it as a challenge. Will it make a difference? Yeah, raise your hand and tell me what is the difference. Which you would like? An issue to be called a problem or the issue to be called as a challenge? Yeah, correct, good. So when you call an issue a problem, more or less it remains as a problem and you get what you call demotivated. But when you call an issue as a challenge, you will now see what are the steps and approaches I can take to overcome that issue. So we would always, even the language we use gives us a lot of inputs and motivate us to get charged. So spotting opportunities is, I think, a great way to develop an entrepreneurial mindset. And I will share with you a couple of simple experiences of mine where I transformed some of the products which we were, selling. The other kind of opportunities that come is listening to the customers. So whenever you have problems explained by the customers, those are all the opportunities which can help you to, seek opportunities for solutions. Yeah. Anticipating change rather than reacting to it. I remember Lord Rutherford. He was a great scientist, and one day the journalist asked him, the waves, the wave has a peak and a trough. A wave has a peak and a trough. How come you are always on top of the wave? And Lord Rutherford said, I create those waves. So change is either you react to the change or you create your own change. And when you create your own change, then it is easy for you to manage. So anticipating change rather than reacting is another way to develop a mindset which can help you to create opportunities. So let me give you a couple of examples. I tried to get some pictures, but I couldn't get, because nowadays the technology is developing so fast that nobody has the old pictures. I tried through Google, and somewhere I found only one or two images. But I will explain to you how I was always, wherever I worked in organizations, I was curious. I was always thinking, if this is an issue, how can I convert that into an opportunity? Yeah. So I'll quote a couple of examples from my own, and then maybe leave it to all of you for Q&A. So I was a senior leader in charge of Narne Tulaman. We were the company which was into weighing machines. And we were a very small organization in Hyderabad. And the main competitor to us, the world leaders, was Avery's. Yeah. So one day, I went to Delhi and had to send a tender document to Hyderabad. And I went to a post office where I had to send this, and there was a long queue, and people were waiting. The process was, I had to go weigh the, what you call, parcel, and the lady used to weigh that, and then have a paper and see how much is the weighment, and accordingly she will tell me these are the number of value of stamps you will have to buy, and she will write there, 15 rupees, stamp. Then I have to go to another counter and get those stamps, stick it onto the parcel, and then dispatch. Are you with me? So, this was one machine, which is a 1 kg. Likewise, we had a 5 kg machine also. So she was using every machine to weigh the parcels. And I thought if somewhere we can help and create an opportunity to save time, what I did was to remove this, what you call screen, and along with the weight, also put the cost of the stamps. So whenever you weigh a parcel, it will indicate the weight, at the same time how much you will have to pay. So the inner circle has the cost, so that there is no error, there is no need to again refer to another, what you call, paper. I came back to Hyderabad. Sorry, I'm having, thank you. I came to Hyderabad and I asked my product guy how much this would cost. He said in those days, it is 3 rupees, screen printing. All that is, they have to remove this, put a new print, along with the weight, the cost of the stamps, and then you can do it. So this was a 1 kg machine. Likewise, there was a 5 kg machine. We did this, went to the post office, and there were 3 tenders, 500 machines. And so the first tender, obviously, we got. The second tender, when it came, all the competitors didn't understand what is this weighing machine, how can it weigh and also tell you the cost. So the second tender had 1,000 machines. We got the order. And the third tender came to us. By then, all the machines, most of the post offices had, and the competitors said, oh, this is such a silly thing, we can also do. But in the process, more than 2,000 Narne Tolaman machines were sold across the country. So yeah, you can clap for it. Now friends, looking back, it might be a very, very simple thing. But simple things is what, when you create curiosity and you develop recognition for opportunity, can give you. So this is one example. Like that, I did many, thanks to my team who supported me. We were the first to introduce in motion weighing machine for the railways. A railway good train has about 40 rakes, 40 compartments, and you take coal, for example, it goes to the yard, and every wagon has to be weighed empty. and it takes more than 4 days, 5 days, because each one has to come to the weigh bridge, the empty has to be weighed, somebody has to write down, and then it has to go till the end of the yard. The second wagon has to come like that. The process takes about 3-4 days. Then each wagon is filled, and then again the filled wagon takes another 4-5 days. So the turnaround time for the railways is more than 30 days. Yeah? We have developed an in motion where the entire rake goes in 5 minutes, automatically the empty wagons get weighed, and the filled wagons goes reverse. So in a day or two, the turnaround, we could solve that problem for the railways. Yeah, so that you can again clap. Now, after some time, the competitors can copy, because copying is the best compliment a company can get when your competitors copy your process or copy your product. But to think differently, and also it requires a team effort. And so we were the first to introduce in-motion weighing as a concept. And corruption, which was very high in weighing, and even today in your household, the guy who comes to weigh the newspapers, Radhi, cheats most of you. And also the vendors who are not using the self-indicating scale, there's a lot of manipulation that can go on in payment. So in each of these issues, we had a solution. And so why I'm saying that is we increased our market share by more than 500%. Okay, thanks to all the kind of innovation we did in terms of payment. What I'm trying to say is, if our mindset is having that curiosity and the ability to identify an issue, a problem, and convert that into an opportunity, you can get a lot of good business. I will quote one more example of NIIT. This is one of the pioneering company which introduced training computers to people. And today a lot of CEOs world over were all products of NIIT. So after 2 years of stint as a regional manager, I went to my MD and I told him, Raji, I want to resign. So he said, you want to resign? Why do you want to resign? He said, I want to start on my own. He said, you want to start your own? Okay. Tell me one thing which you will do in that company which you cannot do in NIT. Then I will allow you to resign. And believe me, I couldn't say. Whatever I wanted to do, I could happily keep doing. So I was forced to withdraw my resignation. At that time, I realized one need not be starting a company to do what you want. You can do whatever you want in the company where you are also working. Yeah, and that was a great realization. You can clap for that and clap for my team. So I'll quote one example. So there was a machine room and a classroom, because computers those days was very costly, very, very costly. So the students will come one day for a 1 hour classroom, and next day they will go to the lab and practice what they have learned. Yeah, and we had 3 competitors, and one of the famous direct competitors to us was Aptec. And so a lot of companies used to advertise saying that NIT gives 1 hour classroom, 1 hour computer lab. We are giving 1.5 hours lab, okay, to show that they are giving more lab time. Yeah. So a lot of customers used to think it is not the number of hours you spend in front of the computer, but how much you learn in that 1.5 hours. But customers, consumers, they get carried away by advertisement. So everybody said huge advertisement saying that these are the statistics. NIT gives 1 hour classroom, 1 hour machine room. We are giving 1 hour classroom, 1.5 hours. So we thought now we will do a breakthrough concept. So we created a computer drone in all our centers and said the lab will be opened from 6 in the morning till 10 in the night for our students to practice. Apart from the lab, apart from our classroom and machine room, you can go to the computer room. So overnight, the 1.5 hours became unlimited. Imagine you can go and spend 4 hours, 5 hours, 10 hours. So why I'm saying that, friends, if you have a mindset of how to look at problems and convert us into opportunities, to recognize that and convert into business sense, I think is a great way to contribute to the organizations. I will quote one more example. I was the CEO of a company called Roxas Technologies. We were manufacturing routers. We were the only company manufacturing routers in India. The main competitor to us was Cisco, which is a world leading organization. We created, so there was this Economic Times article which said that all banks will have to set up ATMs also in town B and town C. So for every 10 ATM you set up in the city, you will have to have 2 in town B and 1 in town C. And that was the RBI guidelines given to the banks. So when I went and met some of the bankers, the banking guys told me that it is not economical in some places to have an ATM machine because ground floor is the ATM as per the RBI guidelines, and the dish antenna is on the rooftop, and many times the banks negotiate with the owner in the ground floor, not knowing that the terrace is owned by somebody else, and that somebody else will charge many times more rent than the ground floor. So banks went paying very high charges for rent. Then they have a security guard and everything. Now Hughes Escorts was a $6 billion company then, and they were having about 80% market share. Now we developed a small router and replaced the dish antenna. The dish antenna cost 2.2 lakhs those days. And we made a router which is 20,000 sitting next to the ATM machine. And in 3 months, all the banks re-tendered their tender and cancelled the Hughes Escorts order, and they bought our routers. Yeah. Within 3 months, Hughes Escorts wound up their division. A $6 billion company had to wind up because of some small company which had created a product using Reliance CDMA network. We replaced the dish antenna. Now why I'm saying that is, if you know what is the problem and can you now convert that a problem into an opportunity, I think that kind of mindset can create business for you. So I would like to conclude. Yeah. So I'll just conclude by, saying mindset is the foundation of entrepreneurial success. So if you want to succeed either as an entrepreneur or intrapreneur, you have to have a pakka positive mindset and start today. Look at all the habits you have and see what are some of the good things which you are capable. Continue with those, and one or two which you think you can cultivate. I'm sure you can succeed. So my question to you is, what is one thing which you will do differently after this session? Thank you. So now I will request Mr. Ram Babu to come, and then we can have a Q&A session. Thank you.
Say one round of applause to sir. Fantastic session. Fantastic session. It was very, very refreshing to me also. Such a wonderful session. I don't think anybody else would have justified the way he has delivered. And he has practiced the entrepreneurial mindset. He has practiced in his corporate life. That is where he was able to deliver so well, right? I mean, if you take a couple of things, the way he has explained the problem versus challenge, right? And then if you see some of the examples he has given from his real world, Tulaman example, right? I think they speak volume. There are so many takeaways for all of us, and particularly all of you, who want to build companies or you want to grow in your career. So I'll pause here. We'll take few questions, and then we will summarize. And who want to go? Who want to take this opportunity? Yeah, great. Please. Keep it brief and yeah. Sure. Yeah.
Yes. My name is Krishna, sir. I'm from BNR BJIT. First of all, huge congratulations to you for actively working with the entrepreneurship ecosystem and investing in a lot of companies too. I'm very glad that you are actually in touch with so many founders and influencing them. So my question is, as part of the investors, do they have any kind of preference not to go towards the academic startups, especially from the students coming up? Anything like that one?
That you want to answer? Yeah. Absolutely there is no bias towards the academic institutions, and definitely there is no bias. I mean, everybody is treated at par, but when the investors wanted to come in and invest, there are few things, right? I mean, is the POC right? Are the founders are committed? How much knowledge they have? What they have been able to bring onto the table to see that success happens. So absolutely, all the academic, startups from the academic institutions are doing fantastic work. You have a lot of examples. Indian Institute of Sciences, right? The BITS alumni, ISB alumni. I mean, maybe there are also some startups from Badruka and maybe this thing. Absolutely no bias. There is a favoritism. Lot of successful entrepreneurs are from where? These institutions, right? They want to fund their alumni. So you have a better chance to get funded.
Good afternoon, sir. My question was like many a times people go and pitch to investors and all to gain incubation and funding from them, but most of the times, or I guess sometimes, they get rejected from the investors. So what mental shift or mindset shift do we need to recover from that?
You are a practitioner.
See, we have to see this as a journey. It is not a destination. Particularly for your age group, right? I mean, you are early 20s or 19, 20 kind of a thing. There is no question of failure. There is no question of failure. You will better it. When you go through that, what do I better it? How do I make it better? What do I need to bring onto the table? What pivoting I need to do, right? And then maybe you prepare for another 2-3 months. You will do very well. So that mindset is required, that I want to accept the change, I want to adapt, I will pivot, and I will succeed. This is very, very important. That journey is very, very important. You are becoming much better and better individual, better entrepreneur. If not this venture, the next venture will be very, very successful. This is another very, very important thing. There are funds who invest on the failed entrepreneurs. He has failed, he has raised money, he failed. Some investors are waiting to fund only those investors because they have become smarter, more competent, more likely successful. They are more likely successful.
Good afternoon, sir. Sir, how to identify real opportunities around us, sir? Like how to make that, acha, this is the opportunity, we should go in that way. We don't have that idea, no, sir, that apne ko wahi karna hai bol ke.
You know, opportunities are not there in the air. It is in the our environment, right? Opportunities does not come from the air or from the dreams. It comes from the real world. Understand the real world. Understand the real world. Right? There are so many problems we are facing, right? Example like sir said, right? He went to post office and he is from the similar business, but you know, that solution is not available. He went back and built that solution. Because he understood the customer, he understood the pain point, he built a solution. If he was not having that knowledge, that appreciation of the customer problem, I don't think he would have built a solution. There are several examples. Red bus, right? You all would have heard red bus, right? You know, this guy working in IT in Bangalore, shuttling between Hyderabad and Bangalore frequently for weekends and festivals. We know the kind of rush which happens, right? You don't get the seats, you have to pay 3x of the price. How do I solve this problem? Can I build a marketplace, a tech platform, which become very, very successful? What did you do? Real world problem. We have to be conscious about the real world problem. As students, sometimes we miss the real world problem. This is what I've been telling in my office. I have a lot of my team members, below 25, below 30 kind of a thing. We are sometimes getting distracted with the digital presence, social media, Insta, but we are going away from the understanding the real world. Understand more and more real world, then you build a solution for the real world. Who is your customer? It's a real world. It's not in the air, either enterprise or a consumer. So that is what you need to keep observing. You have a business plan canvas, prepare, get challenged by your faculty, your mentors and all that, you will better it. That's all.
Good afternoon, sir. So I'm Vishwas. Sir, I have a question. Like, can you suggest me, like, how do we balance creativity with discipline while building a business? Like, how do we balance creativity with discipline while building a business?
Both are not dichotomous. It is you can be a disciplined person at the same time creativity. It is not that you have to be disciplined means you are killing creativity. Correct? So the discipline is the kind of help you to cultivate habits, which are favorable and helpful to you. That is what will help you to cultivate habits. But it is not contradicting it doesn't kill your creativity. To answer your question also, you have to constantly stay curious. So that is one of the things to develop mindset. Stay curious. Small thing, it should now trigger, how is it? For example, you see the kids, they ask you all kind of funny questions, because they are very, very curious. So let's stay curious and create proactive, ideas which will solve future problems. There are two kinds of problems. One is latent problem. We don't know that the problem is going to happen. If you can proactively predict that problem and have a solution now, that is another way to recognize those and convert that into business opportunities. Yeah.
Please go ahead. Yeah.
Hello sir, I'm Hasini from VNR Vijayati. So my question is regarding the manufacturing industry. If I wanted to start a company in the manufacturing sector, is it necessary that I need to have industrial experience like working in a manufacturing company before I start my own?
Yeah. The same question if somebody was asking me 10 years back, I used to say that you should have an experience of working in the manufacturing, maybe 3 years and 5 years, and you start, on your own. But today, you don't need to invest so much of time. Lot of sincerity and dedication is required. Do an internship, learn as much as possible. You have online portals, go and work, in a few, companies, couple of manufacturing companies, very short duration. And go deep as much as possible, what you need to build your own company. Is it clear? Yeah. From a current context perspective, India is recommitted, to see that we grow on manufacturing, and with the, Trump and, US, tariff war and all that, there is a huge push for manufacturing. This is the next, economic boom India is going to experience. Manufacturing, lot of growth is going to happen. That is where the next 10 years growth is going to happen. This manufacturing will do very well.
So good afternoon, sir. I'm Tejasvi Jaitwala. So my question is, if you could give one mindset shift that transforms a student into an entrepreneur, what would it be?
Sorry, can you repeat again?
If you could give one mindset shift that transforms a student into an entrepreneur, what would it be?
I think, sir, maybe.
I listed out some, 14 traits. Okay. 80% of that you already have. Only thing you should realize and use that. Okay. If you give me the first choice is to have a growth mindset and not have a fixed mindset. That is the first thing. You start with the growth mindset. Thank you.
I do have one more question. So what's the smartest way to manage risk while experimenting the ideas, new ideas?
Now come again.
What's the smartest way to manage risk while experimenting with new ideas?
Smartest way to manage.
What is the risk you are taking? Now, you just elaborate. What kind of risk you are taking? What do you mean by risk?
It's unpredictable. Like if you would like to start a new product, if you would like to launch a new product,
Correct.
we are not sure,
Right.
whether the customers are going to give a priority for our product or not. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah. So in this particular example, right? Maybe you are investing 6 months of your time, maybe 3 months of time, maybe a lakh of rupees, 2 lakh rupees, right? That is what you are going, right? That is the risk you are taking. It is not risk, it is investment for your life. The journey you go through as an entrepreneur is invaluable. It will help you in every part of your life. That is the difference between who has this mindset, who is doing this, versus who is not doing this.
Thank you, sir.
I'd like to add one more thing. You need to create a culture in the organization. So in the company where I worked, Roxas, if it is a successful router, we used to get the successful router in the center of our hall, decorate the hall with balloons, order a huge cake and celebrate. A failed router, the same failed router comes in the center of the hall. We decorate the hall with balloons, a huge cake is ordered, and we celebrate why it failed, what is the learning, and how we can, make it a success. So you need to create a culture where mistake management is what you call tolerated. Yeah.
There is somebody there. Yeah, I think there is somebody there.
Good morning, sir. First off, I would like to congratulate you on initiating the TIE initiative just you have spoken about.
Speaking from a student point of view, I can tell you that that does a lot for students. I just want to show my gratitude for that and wish you all the best on that. And the second comes to the part where I'm going to trouble you with some questions. Uh, so let's say there is a want to be an aspiring entrepreneur who's actually running an established business that is running on good numbers, not very good numbers, but on a decent numbers, and he's definitely got some momentum to it. And he reaches out to TIE, and I would like to ask, in what exact way are you going to help him? If you are going to help him, what are exactly the process you will take him through so that he scales to the next level? And thirdly, what is the cost of that favor that you're doing for him? Would you be taking a stake on his future idea, or would you be charging him a premium to get on board with you? That's it.
No, very, very quickly, see the second point, what you said, you're already running a business at a particular scale. You want to go to next orbit, right? So in the TIE, we have a associate members program. We charge very nominal, maybe 5,000 or 10,000 rupees per annum. We run several things. We do Masterclass. We help them to get the funding, how to prepare a business plan, business pitch, marketing, go to market. TIE Scale is a program we have. And a lot of successful entrepreneurs from our charter members community, we volunteer and spend. There's some of the conversations can be over 2 to 3 months. That's how we bring a lot of value. I mean, it doesn't cost money. It only costs your commitment and time from our side. We are willing to do. We have been doing it.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is better. Yeah, so, in the second column, if you see what Sir just spoke about, associate member programs, you have all these programs accessible once, somebody becomes an associate member of TIE Hyderabad. The reason we do exclusive programs for associate members is what Sir said, with creativity, you need discipline as well. So, and seriousness. Yeah, so we have, TIE AM induction, AM, CM mixer. AM is associate member, CM is charter member. And we have TIE women exclusively for women entrepreneurs. We have TIE scale, which is for startups which are ready to become an enterprise, and are stuck at that startup level. We have TIE open mic, which happens on the last working day of every month, and where we invite applications from startups to apply as speakers, where the list is curated, and we choose about 6 to 8 entrepreneurs to come and share their story without a PPT or anything, and pose and ask. And among the audience, you have investors, you have mentors, everyone that is needed to give you a backing for your startup. And next we have TIE Cube, which is an aggregation of all the financial support that an entrepreneur needs, which includes TIE Angels India, and also the network of angel investors and VCs that we have within the TIE network and among our partners as well. And we have TIE Masterclass. Raghubabu sir had in fact taken the first Masterclass that we launched at TIE Hyderabad. So every month we have these masterclasses on very poignant issues that trouble the entrepreneur, where we give them actionable solutions. Stalwarts like Raghu Babu sir, Bhanu sir, and all come together, and they deliver masterclasses where it is specific to startup needs. And next we have TIE Business Clinic, again something we launched recently, which is a very, very effective tool where there is a subject matter expert like charter members here, and we announce the topic in the beginning. For example, if it is sales and GTM, we announce it in the beforehand, and we open up 8 15-minute slots. So in these 15 minutes, it's like a medical clinic. You come and you get solution for your business problem around that subject within those 15 minutes, and then you can take the conversation forward. This has been working amazingly well because you are on a pressure to tell your problem within those 15 minutes and get that solution. Even the subject matter expert is motivated that way to give you that solution. Then we have something called TIE Heart Up Wednesday, which is an online community where we encourage entrepreneurs and startups and businesses with some prompts where They share their stories to motivate each other, and we have seen how one entrepreneur has picked up the habits of the other entrepreneur and changed their journey from this. And we also have Achievers Corner, where we motivate our associate members and charter members to share their success journeys, and we share it on our social media. And we are also tied up with Stanford Seed Spark program, which is a very prestigious program run by Stanford Business School. And TIE Hyderabad is one of the few collaborators who can recommend 10 startups to this prestigious program. So we are also tied up with them. So Abhiram Krishna sir and Raghuji, thank you so much for this wonderful session. It was very informative and insightful as well. Before we part, I would like to once again invite all the college representatives and the students who have enrolled for TIU this year to come on stage for a photograph, please. Badruka students also, and the students who have come from other colleges as well, who have enrolled for TIU this year, and representatives, because earlier we missed out KLU, we missed out VNR, VJIT in the picture. Please, all of you, please. Anybody here from ICFI? Yeah. Please join us on stage. Let's get a picture quickly. Just want to add one thing that, sir said we have 175 charter members and 190 associate members. Associate members are also, startups who can help you in your journey. So, these are from across the sectors, not IT alone. From across the sectors, be it defense, be it D2C, anything you can think about. So that's the kind of portfolio that we have in TIE.
As we conclude